ABC 27 is honoring Black history with a look at those who are inspiring and empowering others. Steelton has a special place in Pennsylvania history when it comes to policing. Now the small borough has a brand new police chief with big dreams of his own.
I'm Chief Sharky Lacey of the Steelton Borough Police Department. I've been the chief here now since December 2nd of 2025.
Sharky Lacey is the definition of rising through the ranks.
My first introduction to policing was I was a city park ranger back in the early 90s of Harrisburg City. I then eventually, that's when I got my first taste of law enforcement. I kind of liked it, enjoyed it.
He spent the majority of his career, 25 years, with the Susquehanna Township Police Department. But Lacey's path wasn't always easy.
Well, you know, for me as a young man, a young kid, a lot of people would say I grew up in a situation where I was born to lose.
Raised in Harrisburg and graduating from Milton Hershey, he says his life could have gone one of two ways.
When you see domestic violence, when you see kids that are being, that aren't eating regularly and things to that effect, and when you're in a position where you can't do anything about it as a child, when you do get an opportunity to do something about it, you want to do something about it.
A father now himself, Lacey says he thinks about kids a lot.
In my office, I have a picture of when I was a patrolman with the kids around my car. And it's one of the things why I have that is to remind me of these kids. This is why you do it.
Being chief is a huge responsibility. Being a Black man in this position comes with added pressure. In 1968, Frederick Douglass was named Steelton Police Chief, making him the first Black police chief in Pennsylvania history. A fact Lacey is reminded of every day when he comes to work.
This building was named after him. I think about how it was for him to police, first of all, become a police chief, to police in that era, like right during the civil rights era, and a very diverse community. I'm not a trailblazer, he was. So I'm standing on his shoulders and anyone else's shoulders after that, so I have to pay homage to them. You know, so for me, it's more important for me to do right by the people that have made the sacrifice for me to have this opportunity. And that's more important to me than anything.
It is very important to be that first, but it's also important not to be the last. You want something like that to continue. So to have people be able to see you in that position, I think that, one, it's important that they see you in that position, but I also think that that will be a responsibility for someone like yourself.
Oh, there's absolutely a lot of responsibility that comes along with this, you know, and that's why one of the things that the pillars of what this organization is going to represent, at least under my leadership, we talked about, number one, accountability, 2, professionalism, and 3, service.
Service to a diverse community that is still changing.
I would say this is not the Steelton of the 70s, 80s. I wouldn't even say it's the Steelton of the 90s. With urban sprawl, there is a new Steelton. And I've heard folks here talk about the old Steelton versus the new Steelton. So we have to adapt. And I'm trying to be the conduit between the old Steelton and new Steelton.
Lacey has big goals for the future of this small department, but at the end of the day, the job is the same.
I want your kids to be able to go to school and feel safe. I want you to have a business here and feel safe. I want you as a citizen to be able to feel that you can walk out of your home and feel safe.
There's another picture in Lacey's office that inspires him. It's a battle from the Civil War, the first one Black soldiers fought alongside white troops.
When you think about the underdog story, or you don't think you have value, or other people don't think you have value, to me it's a constant reminder that, no, you have worth, regardless of what other people think. When you get your opportunity, be prepared to show your worth.
Do you consider yourself an underdog?
Oh, in many aspects of my life I have. You know, like I said, there were many people would look at me and say, hey, you know, if I tell they know my story, they would say, you're born to lose. But I tell them I'm built to win. And that comes from, you know, the trials and tribulations that I've endured during my life.
Lacey says police chief isn't something he always thought he wanted, but he's ready.
I think it was God's way of saying, all right, it's time to pivot. I got something else for you to do. And for me personally, I've accepted the calling, and I'm thrilled about it.
Born to lose, but built to win. I really like that. Our thanks to the chief for allowing me to tell his story. Now, one of Chief Lacey's short-term goals is to increase the police force. Right now, he has 11 officers. He wants to bring that number up to at least 15.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27, and we're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.